Hi Book Dragons, I'm back. So I'm here to do another list video. This list video is going to be a little bit different, and I think because I'm a little bit different than other booktubers, I'm going to do a convention to zero TBR. So the two conventions I'm focusing on for the first half of 2025 is Comic-Con and YALLFest. So I went to both of these conventions within a couple of weeks of each other, so I have a lot of books. So I'm gonna focus on the books that I'm really excited to read, and then kind of after I finish all these books, I'm gonna move on to the books that I got and I don't know if I'm interested in reading. They were lines I waited in, but these are the books that I'm really excited to read, and potentially will probably read them relatively soon. I have physical copies of most of these, if not all of them. So yeah, well, let's get into it. I'm not going to talk about plot and anything. I'm just going to kind of say if I've read the author before and why I picked it up. So Silver Leaf by Danny Francis is an arc that's coming out in May, and it is a new romantasy, that a dystopian romance series that was in the pick, for the you pick a character and you kind of get a book. So this is the one that I got, and I'm very excited for this one. So I wanted to get into my romantasy era, and this is one that my dad actually got, but he doesn't read a ton of books. He was just there at Comic-Con for me. I also got A Language of Dragons, which comes out in early 2025, and this is one that I picked up at Comic-Con in one of the Pick 5 sections, and it is Sleeping Dragon Romantasy debut for Fourth Wing and Babel, and it's set in London, 1923. This is the one that I was super excited for, so yeah, very excited for this one. Also at YALLFest, I picked up a copy of Where Shadows Meet by Patricia Caldwell. This comes out in April, and it is a vampire-ish story. Again, I don't know that much about it, but I do want to add it here. I also got a contemporary book. Lily Brom Arnold is The Last Bookshop on Earth, is a searing apocalyptic debut for fans of Station 11 and The Last of Us. Explores the uncertain future and what is truly worth saving. And I am a big fan of The Last of Us, quite a lot. It's one of my favorite TV shows. I do love the lead actress in that a ton as well. So yeah. But yeah, I'm hopeful that this will work. Maybe I'll do a reading vlog when I'm rewatching The Last of Us. That might be fun. I also have an arc of The Scorpion and the Night Blossom by Abigail Hainwen. This is her romantasy debut, which I'm excited for, and I really want to dive into this one. I still have stuff in here from, all that other stuff. I still have stuff in here, and stickers and such. But this is a book that I do really want to read. And again, more romantasy is perfect. And this is a really, really pretty cover. And then I also picked up a copy of The Meadow Murders by Jessica Goodman. And this is a book that is more thriller-ish. And I have liked books by this author in the past, so I'm excited to read this one. So that is the first stack of books that I hope to tackle in early 2025 for the books I picked up at the various cons that I went to. Now let's get into the next stack.
What you just think about having in a house?
A lot of energy. So the next stack of books that I have in my little stack is just ones that I got at various cons. Brewed with Love by Shelley Page is a romantasy, cozy romantasy book that I really want to read. I also want to send this to my friend Kelly, so a little bit of motivation, but it is coming out in early January. I also want to get to The Otherwhere Pose by Emily J. Taylor, and maybe finally pick up Hotel Magnifique, which I've also wanted to read. This was a drop that I got at Comic-Con, and then I went back and got the other ones in the same little haul. So yeah, this one's one I'm really excited for. And then I also got this book, Our Infinite Fates by Laura Stevens, which is sort of pitched to me sort of like The Last Life of Addie Review, and it's called They've Loved Each Other in 1,000 Lifetimes, They've Killed Each Other in Every One. So that one sounds really interesting. My most prized possession from YALLFest was Fable at the End of the World by Ava Reed. Everyone wanted this book, and it has a dystopian titch to it, so I'm really excited for this one as well. And then I also got The Rose Bargain by Sasha Payton Smith, which is the one I got from Comic-Con. My dad actually got this one, I think, for me. And yeah, I'm very excited. Every citizen in England is granted one bargain from their immortal Fae Queen. But Avi's pregnancy arrives with a shocking twist, a competition to secure her heart of the Queen's Fae son, Prince Bron. It's a prize that could save Ivy's family from ruin and free her sister from the bargain that destroyed her. Yet every glittering Faedale has a rotting heart, and the center of it, Atons, is a dark plot that could destroy everything Ivy knows. So that one sounds really interesting, and it comes out in February. I don't know when this book comes out. I don't know if it tells me. Oh, it comes out January. It is The Witchcraft for Wayward Girls by Grady Hendrix. And this is another one that he signed for me, and I got to meet him, which is really exciting. So this one comes out in early January as well. So yeah, that is the second stack of books that I'm going to focus on in early 2025. And I would love to hear your thoughts below, which ones you want me to see review first. And now let's get into the other stacks. So the next little stack of books is Boys with Sharp Teeth by Jenny Howell. This is We Are Liars meets The Raven Boys, an steamy, mind-bending tale of revenge, forbidden desires, and sinister secrets lurking behind the walls of an elite boarding school. I don't know if this is fantasy or just like dark academia, but it is coming out in April. So I'm excited to read this one and hopefully I will enjoy it. Also, I didn't even know this book was like what this book was about, but I Am Not Jessica Chen by Anna Leong is about two cousins, and when her cousin dies, she kind of takes her place. So I'm excited for this one. It comes out in March, is April as well. It's very, very quick, and I want to read her other books, so I may do like a reading vlog where I read both, which basically takes her cousin's place after she dies. So that's interesting. I also got The Bones Beneath My Skin by TJ Klune. This is his new book coming out in 2025. I know he'll probably have other ones, but this is a New York Times bestselling supernatural road trip thriller about family, love, comets, and bacon. And this comes out in February, so another perfect book for Valentine's Day. I also got another thriller or a fantasy, the Notorious Vows by Alan Hamilton. This book comes out in April, and it is... you know, I don't know what this book's about, to be very honest with you. I see it's about a magical competition, so I'm going to go with that, but it does come out in April. Then I also got Where Shadows Bloom by Catherine Bankswell. This is an ancient god, a wicked bargain, a love more powerful than the darkness, and this comes out in February. A very, very pretty cover. And then the only real physical art drop that they were doing at Comic-Con for Orbit was The Raven Scholar by Antona Hodgson. This comes out in April. It is a chunky boy, I will say that, and I don't know what this book's about. It's an electrifying new voice in epic fantasy. Comes Raven Scholar, cutthroat competitions, and a scholar's quest to uncover the truth. So, it reminds me of Babel for some reason. It may have nothing to do with that, but that's just what this book reminds me of. So, that is the next little stack of books I'm going to focus on in the first half of 2025 to get my con books down to 0. Now let's get to the next couple of stacks. So you will notice definitely a trend when I go to these cons. I definitely tend to pick up a lot of fantasy. So I got The Lovely, Dark and Deep by Alyssa A. Bauman. This is a YA dark academia novel exploring magic, loneliness, and the power of found family. So I'm excited for this one as well. This cover also looks cool. I also got Love at Second Sight by F.T. Lukens. This book comes out in April. I really do like their books a lot, so I want to finally catch up and actually read this one as well. But this book was cute. I also got While We Were Young by K.L. Walther, which is the best-selling Summer of Broken Rules. Comes in romantic adventure in the city of brotherly love, inspired by cult classic Ferris Bueller's Day Off. So, this one comes out in February. I also picked up a copy of When the Bones Sing by Jeannie Meyer Saint. This is Unbury the Terrible Truths in a Small Ozark Town, in the Southern Gothic thriller from the same author that wrote Dark and Shallow Lies, which I did like, so I want to give her another chance. I didn't love Secret So Deep, or I think I didn't love one of them, but I liked the first one that I read, so that's why I picked this one up. Also, there was a buy a book and a book, so I got The Outcast Mage by Annabelle Campbell from Tor. Not Tor, from Orbit. And this is a mage bereft of her powers must find it if she is just destined to save the world or destroy it. In this glittering fantasy perfection for fans of Andrea Stewart, James Ellington, and Samantha Shannon. And I like this cover. And then I got Arcane Academy by Elise Kova, which I really do want to read. It comes out in July, so I have quite a wait for this one, but I do have a massive arc, so this one might get read relatively sooner rather than later. So yeah, well, that is the next stack. I'm really excited that I'm doing this big because, like, as I'm doing it right now, I'm kind of organizing all my books on my shelf so I know where they all are. And yeah, I'm definitely going to do a spinning wheel challenge for all of these lists throughout the year, so that is really exciting. So I will see you back for the next stack. And the next stack is The Scorpion Queen by Mina Fears. I also have Capitana by Cassandra James, which is like a pirate adventure story. I also have X Marks the Spot by Gloria Chow. Salva Caution by Sandra Prodman, which comes out in May, but it is like a sort of retelling. So, and then a thriller that I was told is not as scary as the other one is This Is Not a Game by Kelsey Mullen, and this comes out in April. It's a unique locked door mystery with a memorable intergenerational relationship and a gambling angle. So, and then this is the last stack that's technically on the list, at least for the first half of the year. And then I'm going to show you guys the books that like I just didn't want to, I couldn't fit it on my list because there've been like so many books, but these are the books that like I really want to read before like April, or before June is really the goal. A Soul of Shadows by Emma Noyes. The big one is Bury Our Bones in the Midnight Soil by V.E. Schwab. This is a book that everyone and their mother wants. So I really do want to read this before June. And then I also have Wings of Starlight by Alison Saft. I have conflicted reports about her just because I haven't loved her past books, but I do want to give her a shot and find a book that like fits me. Another one of those like Del Rey books is Watermoon by Sejong Moyayayam, a pawn shop of almost and F's. So yeah, I'm really excited for this one. It comes out in, doesn't tell me when it comes out, I'm sorry, but I love this cover. And then I also have a copy of We Shall Be Monsters by Alison Weiss. This came out, I think, already in November, but I'm just going to stick it in this pile because it was an arc that I got that seemed really interesting. And then one of the last thrillers is Now She's Dead by Rosalind Clark, and this comes out in June. So yeah, another one that I'm really excited for. These next like little books are just books that like really sound interesting, and they are going to be in my stack to read sooner rather than later. But you know, we'll see what I'm in the mood for. One is A Couch of Burnt Objects. This is a contemporary story. I didn't really know what book to pick in that lot, so this is the one that sounded most interesting to me. And then I also have a copy of Air of Storms by Lauren Hamilton Murray. I do not know what this book is about, but the cover looks really, really cool. And then I also have Deadstream by Mar Rawson Moore. So those are the books I'm just going to put in my immediate TBR for early 2025. Because I am going to YALLFest, or no, not YALLFest, ALA in June. So my goal is to have this TBR done by June. So I'll have my countdown to that to be done. But we will see if that happens. So let me know in the comments what books you want me to see me vlog first. And I will be back for another video tomorrow, which has my books I don't necessarily own, but those are like my top books that I think I'm gonna love in 2025. So that's like my 5-star read prediction meets my books I have to read before the end of the year. So see you back here tomorrow.